All right, I had to respond really quickly to Framer for 45's comment. Over 200 federal agents investigated the riot. What exactly did Trump do to instigate an insurrection? Well, once again, this is one of these fine, brilliant MAGA people that didn't really pay too much attention when police officers and all that were being beaten. And the vice president of the United States was basically being threatened to be hung. And, you know, Pelosi and all the other people that were going to be killed. And, you know, when they break into a federal building, that's a federal offense to do in the first place, with guns and all this other stuff. And when the president, like, insists they take down all the metal detectors for the crowd, doesn't order any extra protection, especially when things got rough, didn't bother coming up and trying to protect anything or stop anything from happening, could have said something right away when it started. And, you know, as soon as, like, the first police officer's skull was cracked in by, you know, a flagpole or something really patriotic like that, you know, your Cheeto leader, God Princess of the Orange Degree, could have very easily just put out a tweet or jumped on camera that he's always in makeup. He's always camera ready. I mean, Christ, he always has a new set of diapers waiting for him. So why couldn't have he just jumped on TV, jumped on Twitter? He could even do it from his gold shitter. Just jump on and tell them to stop beating up cops and back the hell down. Not stand up, stand strong, and all that other bullshit. Not all those little breadcrumbs of hatred for ignorant people who just want to express their anger and be okay with it because a big orange Cheeto god said so. Yeah, because, you know, it's easier to be led by a psychopath than actually sit back logically and go, is this really a good idea? Because after all, you're pissed off at an election that was never freaking stolen in the first place. Get over it. Remember when Hillary lost? Remember all the bullshit all the MAGA people were saying? She lost, get over it. She lost, get over it. But here's the thing, she really actually didn't lose if you're talking about the popular vote. Because, like, you know, that's supposed to represent the actual voters because that's supposed to be the actual voters. And there was a bunch of investigation going on in 2016 to make sure it was legitimate, right? Russia, Russia, Russia. The problem is they found a bunch of evidence, and people like you and people just like you in power that could override a legitimate investigation actually did that. So they got involved in stuff they shouldn't have gotten involved in the first place. Because, see, there's the difference between Republicans and Democrats when there's an investigation. The Democrats want the investigations, even into people in their own party. The difference between the Republicans and the Democrats is quite simple. The Democrats don't want someone representing their own party that isn't ethically or whatever. Yes, they're not perfect. Not saying they are. But bottom freaking line, Anthony Weiner sends an inappropriate pic to somebody, the Democrats kicked his ass out. Al Franken, a professional comedian, had a picture come out of a sleeping female reporter coming back from a frontline war zone, which is more than your Cheeto god ever got close to war. Came back pretending to grab through a bulletproof vest, 6 inches away, never got closer than that, grab her chest. He took himself out of the Senate because of that, because it wasn't becoming of a senator, even though it happened 20 years earlier. And you got a Matt Gaetz, and you got a Lauren Hobart giving hand jobs at Beetlejuice in the middle of the afternoon on a Sunday, and you back them. You want them in their seats. That's the difference between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats don't want to be represented like that. And if a Democratic president did something wrong, investigate away. We sat back that year. I voted Democrat too with Bill Clinton. And that impeachment over a shady real estate deal that ended up turning up that he had an affair with a consenting of age woman, that he cheated on his wife. Any of that sound familiar on the orange side of the fence? 3 freaking times. Did he lie about his involvement with these women? Yes. Did he lie to the investigators? Yes. Why was Clinton impeached again? Refresh my memory. I thought it was from lying for investigators over something that was no one's goddamn business in the first place. You know, the affair. It was between him and his wife and Monica. In Trump's case, it's between him and all three of his wives and the 50 or so underage girls or whatever Epstein brought up, never mind, those are just allegations that are all fake, right? How about the ones we know happened? The ones we know happened that he lied about to investigators. But that's not even it. You didn't even want to know if there was any truth behind Russia being involved in 2016. You don't want to know anything if there's any proof that there wasn't a stolen election in 2020. I got news for you. There's a ton of proof. You know where there isn't any proof? That it was a rigged election. That's where there wasn't any proof. Just like the impeachments against Joe and Hunter Biden with the Biden crime family. Zero evidence. Those smoking guns that you guys had lined up for this impeachment, tell me about it again. What was it? 2 informants, 2 whistleblowers, right? And this third guy who was the guy. He got all the information. The FBI's top informant, like the history of the FBI. This is the man. He knows everything. He's got everything documented. Oh, yeah? You're talking about the one who actually was arrested and worked directly for Russians, Russians told him what to say. You mean that guy? That guy. Or are you talking about the 2 whistleblowers that admitted getting paid by Kash Patel, who, in case you forgot, worked for Donald freaking Trump? Tell me again what Trump didn't do to start this insurrection. You still stuck on that 2020? The election was rigged? You got to educate yourself there, son. Because the bottom line is our country is in jeopardy because of your type of stupid crap. You don't bother wanting to see the facts. What if all of these accusations against Trump were against Joe Biden? What if they were all against Obama? Would you want to see that court play out just in case? And what would you be telling the people who voted for them? Well, if he's guilty, he's got nothing to worry about, right? Wasn't that the argument about everything else? If he's guilty, he's got nothing to worry about, right? All right. Hey, 91 indictments. If he's guilty, he's got nothing to worry about. So why bother involving the Supreme Court? Did you see one delay when it came to the impeachment of Joe Biden? Any one delay for Hunter Biden? Huh? No. Did you hear one Democrat say, fire the investigators and here's their address. Go ahead, Democrats, go threaten their lives? Or worse? Did you hear any of that? Did any of your representatives, any of the Republicans, get a hammer attack in the middle of the freaking night at their own home? Because someone directly in your camp leaked the freaking addresses just like they did to every judge, every prosecutor, every witness, and every juror in every trial against Trump? Based on facts? I don't give a crap who you voted for. I give a crap if you're too blinded by your political party to bother to look up the facts that are right freaking in front of you. And you don't even want that case going forward? I got news for you, framer. Then you're ignorant, man, and you're not a patriot. You're not. Because what you're saying is your vote for Trump, your vote for the Republican Party is more important than just humoring this much. What if one of those accusations against Trump are real? Just one. That's enough for them to be disqualified to run this freaking greatest country in the world. You're a patriot. You agree with that part, right? You're defending this country? Since when? You're defending one man. That's what you're defending. You're not defending this country. If you were, you would want to know if any of these accusations are correct, if they're real. And all the facts that you offered and all the Republicans offered against everyone else, the Democrats welcomed him with open arms. They wanted to see him quickly because they want to make a determination whether or not they're going to back that person anymore. Why the hell don't you think that way? Put your money where your mouth is. Put your patriotism where you pretend it is. Put the effort in to find out whether or not any of these things against Trump are true. Back off your party. Jump on the little logic train. Woot, woot. It's the one that actually gives a shit about our country. So if someone I vote for did any of these things that he's accused of, I'd want to know. Because I am a patriot. Stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We are in this together, even you, framer.